Hello everyone and welcome back to my site. This evening I want to talk about the world problems that we have. Have you ever thought about, you get on the news and you see where we have bad relationships with another nation, or other nations have bad relationships or threatening of war with other countries and so forth, and we wonder what would be the solution to all of this. Well, there is a belief among the human race today that is as poor as the belief that we live on a flat earth. At one time, mankind believed that the earth was flat. Your eyes can see that it's flat. Later, we discovered that it is not flat. It is round. And someday we will discover that we are not one nation of individuals, that each nation is a composition of individuals. It's not true. History tells us some 8,000 years ago, in some of the first civilizations started in Egypt, mankind depended on instinct and inspiration and developed a society of communal-minded rather than individual-minded. We worked together for the benefit of the whole, not for the benefit of the individual, and therefore there were no poor people involved. There was no violence, there was no greed, no hate, and everyone prospered because everyone gave of their inner self to build the community for the benefit of each person. So your dependence was on your creative self. You knew you could do this. There was no poor self-image, poor little me, I'm an individual among billions of others. There was this idea of I give all I can of my creative self. We're not talking about money. They didn't have money then. I give all of my creative self for the benefit of the community, and the community gives itself back in order to be taken care of by the individual. People weren't looked upon as individuals. That's why in those ancient times, if you read some of those texts, you'll find that most of those people had one name. They didn't have a last name, just one name. Because it was a communal society, there were no individual names. This was no accident. It was their mentality developed this. And some of their art and culture and their geography and their history and their science was put together, and some of it we still use today. These were not a bunch of fools got together who didn't have sense enough to realize individuality. Individuality is a flat earth belief. You are not an individual. And the sooner we learn that, we will become a strong nation of great, creative, peaceful people. Gosh, I wish we could do that. I wish we could develop that. And going within yourself to find what a magnificent person you are, that is the first step. America wakes up and walks out the front doors of each one of its houses. But we become a communal-minded people when we work together for the benefit of the whole, not just the individual. Thank you so much. Talk again soon. Bye-bye.